More than a month has passed since the Korean government kicked off a pilot project to make payments for purchases more convenient. How do sellers and customers feel about the changes? For our news feature tonight, Unshin zooms in on how ready Korea is to move past cold, hard coins.
This convenience store is always packed, with students stopping by to grab some snacks and a quick coffee before class. After paying cash at the checkout, instead of receiving change, some of the young customers just hand over a transit card.
동전은 카드에 담아두세요.
A deposit is then made onto the plastic.
Having to carry pennies is inconvenient since there's no coin pocket in my wallet, plus it makes noise.
I find this hassle-free. I'd recommend this method of transaction to my friends.
Starting mid-April, shoppers have been putting change from their purchases onto prepaid cards or directly into their bank account. Some of the nation's biggest chain stores and selected supermarkets are taking part in this pilot project introduced by the central bank.
We expect the project to alleviate the physical difficulties of coin usage and save the costs of managing pennies for companies. It'll also help reduce the cost of some $54 million that's used for producing coins every year.
There's been a general shift away from using coins across different businesses. Carrying a backup change to a public laundry service may be a thing of the past, as a single plastic card is all it takes for a payment at this laundromat.
Customers find it easier to use the card than having to pay with coins and carry leftover change. About 60% of them are on board with this now.
On the surface, it may seem the push to get rid of pennies is long overdue.
However, it's a different story at places like traditional markets and street stalls. Even here in the capital's Seoul, many of these merchants still prefer cash exchange, as do their customers. And they seem reluctant to the idea of going coinless for now.
Taking additional steps to install a new machine aside, small chit-chat between vendors and their regulars during cash exchange is something that'll be missed.
We accept plastic but prefer cash exchange. There's something not so cordial about card payment. Plus, no one likes credit card fees.
I don't think this new method is for us merchants over 50. We are not very confident with handling machines.
On top of that, there are questions as to whether the method is secure. A solid support structure is needed to avoid a temporary drop in transactions.
For such self-employed business owners and corner shops, a transaction method that promises convenience and security is needed. For instance, QR codes could be the solution. And education programs and campaigns are also called for those who are intimidated by the electronic way of paying.
If the system meets expectations, the nation will move away from pennies, which cost more to produce than their actual worth anyway. A decade-old campaign encouraging people to find all the sleeping coins at home and bring them to the nearest bank has revitalized the nation's economy, saving over $25 million every year. Some market experts project that scrapping not just coins but hard cash altogether could further tackle low growth and inflation. But such a move may be a bit far-fetched for the nation to ponder right now.
Internet banking requires internet access, and the new technology requires additional learning. Lower-class folks could struggle with these. Cash transactions are also easier for international visitors, and the anonymity of cash usage is valued. On one hand, going cash-free could lead to a transparent society, but on the flip side, it could take away one's privacy.
Just a little over a month in since coming into effect, the pilot project is doing what's meant to do, weighing pros against cons of going cash-free in the long run. And the first step towards that is to make sure that there are no bumps along the road, so that penniless exchanges can happen smoothly across the nation. Unshin, Arirang News.